So I woke up this morning with Fight Club kind of ringing in my ears and permeating my consciousness. And I think it's because we're in what one might call an Ikea moment. And if you remember at the beginning of the movie, the main character traded his authenticity the authenticity of his human experience for kind of a pre-made catalog. So he surrounded himself in his apartment with all these items from IKEA, and it's a great symbolism because it makes it feel like you're really making decisions, but you're really not, because all you're doing is, well, do I choose the item on 99 or the other item on page 105? So it's kind of a way of cheating, because you get all that safety from not making any real decisions, but you get that illusion that you're making them. And remember, Kierkegaard, the philosopher, he said that anxiety is the dizziness of freedom. And so you can find yourself on really anxious ground when you start deconstructing all these social influences and learning to walk your own path. So are we at another IKEA moment right now? Well, in a way, we've got a vaccine, but then places are closing, and a lot of people are trying to make decisions, but they're trying to figure out if they're the ones making them, or is it just another IKEA situation? But the difficult thing with this is that if you kind of follow the path, then that's kind of an IKEA decision. But then if you reject the path, that also is kind of an IKEA decision, because you're just trading one catalog for the other. So how do you really get down to who you are and make a decision on your own? Well, when you start to deconstruct our social influences, that's one thing. When you start to deconstruct the nature of the self and the ego, that takes it a little bit further. So you can ask yourself some simple questions. Did I invent the language that I'm using, or the thoughts in my head? Did I invent the constructs and the ideas that I use to think with? Did I invent the things that I learned in school? Or all these things that's being programmed into me? Think about a real simple, like a thought experiment. What if you were born 1,000 years ago on the other side of the globe? Would your ego in any way reflect what your ego is today? Probably not. And so when we try to get down to the authenticity, so we put the catalog down, and then we put the option B down also, and we try to get to exactly who we are that is making these decisions, we can find ourselves in one of two places. We can find ourselves, meeting the existential void, the nothingness, the kind of a nihilistic kind of situation where it feels like there's just nothing there. Or the other option is you may start to feel that cosmic intelligence that I was talking about in my other video.